else. Oh, so much for hunting for deer, I guess. All right. Oh, it says that bannock is food for the road, but obviously we're not going anywhere anytime soon. Drop that oil here. Might as well take care of this. Lovely. Grab that. It's almost sundown. Well, but then again, we were up that late. Now I must know, how many Briarhouse pies do we have? Pay no attention to the slight green quality at the edges of some of them. I assure you it's purely for decorative purposes. Let's see. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, hang on. There. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 30, 32. I have 36 Briarhouse pies. Plus 112 pemmican bars and 27 peach pies. Pay no attention to the color. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. We have 8 go drinks. I have, what, 3 tins of coffee? They had, what, 25 caffeine pills? Yep. And how much birch bark are we sitting on? 105. And yet I still find myself asking, is it enough? I mean, calorie-wise, it is unquestionably enough. And the entire calculation comes down to, well, there's a deer right there, and it's a buck. And the entire calculation comes down to, is there enough energy gain to offset the chip damage? me like that. Holy crap, right to the dome. Well. 11. Oh, baby. Okay. Well, so much for our lack of venison.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Yeah, so clearly wolves aren't the only animals that are on a fairly robust respawn timer. Man, that was practically made to order. Not just another deer, but a buck, which had not like twice as much meat as a doe, but like yeah, at least a good 50% more. Enough to where we could probably make some venison for ourselves, in addition to more pies.
It's getting dark out here. Time to look for shelter.
You're literally indoors, Astrid. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, it was sorted by weight. There you go. That's a goofer by me. Excuse me. Okay, so let's check. Ooh, okay. I can only make. Yeah, unless we find more ptarmigan or rabbit, I can only make 2 more pies. But still 2 more pies. So let's get on that. I'm not even going to stop to think how much charcoal is in this fireplace. It is. It might be close to the collection we have outside of Mountaineers. Yep. Okay. 2. And then we might just make the. We'll take some of that venison as a well-earned dinner for Astrid. Okay, very good. We could make like venison pie and whatnot, but why? Where we're going, we won't need carrying capacity. Okay. Nah, that's fine. Okay, ptarmigan there, rabbit there. Let's keep. Let's cook 4 of these, and we'll drop the rest. Hey, hey, Brady B, welcome in. Good to see you. How's things? Weekend going well. Weekend just starting for you. Hope the week hasn't been too taxing for you. Go. The other day, therapizing your parents again. I want to see an actual therapist. Oh, that stinks. What's your copay? I did you offer them a competitive rate? Oh, sorry you had to put up with that because I don't. You were talking about your dad's uh, his particular philosophy and all the joy that was causing you. You hopefully get fewer arguments and they get 5 hours. Okay, five hours is a that is a not insignificant amount of time. I mean, if it's time well spent, then great. But hopefully, it's not the it's not the kind of therapy where the therapist needs therapy after it's over. Are you? Nah, you're okay. You're that's all right. Uh, okay, you got an hour. That's another leader for you. Slowly rebuilding our water stocks. Actually, you know what? We can keep this up for a while. It's about the gap between the couple's expectations between each other and living standards, and how someone has to compromise. We both need to deal with some kind of frustration. Oh, so basic communication skills then. Yeah, the kind of thing you would ideally have sorted out before you get married and have children, but obviously that didn't happen. You do talk to your therapist. Good, good. As well you should. Because, I mean, yeah, I know, filial duty and all that, but that's a lot to lay at your feet, having to be your parents' source of mental health support, in addition to everything else you do for them. That is that is something that would ideally be handled by a mental health professional, and yet, excuse me. Basically, between two people who have enough bad history with each other and they're willing to communicate civilly and okay, I don't want to be holding court, on people who I only know via you and your description, Brady B. But that does not sound. That doesn't sound healthy. I mean, if they're gonna be living together, I it would at the very it would ratchet down the tension considerably if you could have a conversation about something more controversial than what are we having for breakfast. Although it is Singapore, and I know Singaporeans take their food very seriously. So maybe it is. Maybe Kaya toast is that hot a topic. Though you're an inherently biased source. Mm-hmm. You do mean not healthy. It's why you suggest therapy years ago. But like, best I can do is we'll talk to you about it. I mean, I understand why they might do that, but like, what if you were to say no? I mean, like, what? What if you were to say you're grown ass adults? You know what? What's if you can't talk this through? What am I gonna do? Like, because like the expectation there is that you end up siding with someone, and whichever parent you don't side with is gonna they're gonna be rather upset. Hey, Knifo, good to see you. Welcome in, Knifo, and welcome in, friends. How'd your stream go? Let me give you a proper welcome here.
We want him right in front. Oh, for a second there, I thought that was the other bear. Hey! CD. Should we go from him?
Oh, well
Let
done.
me twirl my bow.
And,
Put it
convenient
back in its
placement, too.
holster.
Stream it well, just finished off Nomad. Ooh,
Actually,
nice. You're working your way through the challenges. But welcome in, Knifo, and welcome in, friends. Yeah, folks, if you're not already, please do go follow Knifo. Another fantastic part of our Long Dark community here on Twitch, fellow Stalker player. And a recent guest on the Survivor's Corner podcast that I talked about last time. With some hot takes about Great Bear Island fashion. Hey, little country girl, you got a raid and run? No worries. Appreciate you dropping by. And yeah, Knifo, if you do need to do any post-stream streamer care, hydrate, medicate, snack, and eat, please feel free to do so. And if you came with Knifo and you don't know me, hi, I'm Trooper Barry. I call myself a variety streamer who also happens to play a lot of the Long Dark, which we are currently doing, and we are preparing to stay in Langston Mine for 25 days. And the way we're going to do that is through the power of pies. Briarhouse pies specifically, but we got some peach pies. Don't look at them too closely. And we got a nice stack of 100 pemmican bars. So yeah, we got all that rocking for us. So I mean, we're not going to hurt for calories. The biggest question is, do I have enough to handle the exhaustion damage when cabin fever inevitably kicks in? And kicks my ass. You do have to get going. All right, no worries, Knifo. Appreciate you coming by and bringing your community with you. But thanks for the raid. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Okay. Yeah, and we are just so. In addition, like we have we burned through enough of our accumulated meat that further pie making is not an option. So instead, we're gonna just top up our water stores here. Hey, QB, welcome in. Right. So, food-wise, we're there. Drug-wise, we're there. So, the last building block before we turned Astrid into a dwarf for the best part of a month is I want to go into the Zoc itself. We're going to go in a little stinky because I want to attract the wolves, kill the wolves, so when we haul all those Briar House pies with us, we will not be disturbed. Oh, and I also need to make... What do I need? 50 liters of water. So that's going to take some doing. But I want to do all that outdoors so we can maximize our outdoor time and delay cabin fever as much as possible. So we're kind of there and kind of not. But we are much closer than we have been, because it's been, what, at least three separate trips hauling materials between Coastal Highway and Transfer Pass. That's a lot of commuting. But I think we're in the home stretch. Okay. Yeah, warmth will be an issue because obviously we're going to be in the mine. Yeah, hydration. Yeah, between like the water we make and we're going to have like what do I have waiting here? Yeah, I got like 105 birch bark. Plus, I got 2 tins of coffee here and 2 tins of coffee waiting at the idle camp. Now, 4 tins is not enough for 25 days, but it'll help. Plus, we have some energy drinks. I have caffeine pills. Not as many as I would want, but we do have them. Oh, this is not helpful. That's not helpful at all. So are we fully rested? Yes. Well, boo. Okay. Well, tell you what we'll do. Okay, that's two. That's 2 stink bar. Okay, so this should be stinky enough to get the attention of wolves, hot single wolves in our area, but not so much that we draw the bear down from, was it Smoker's Cave? So we should probably take this nice and slow. What were we short? We were short ptarmigan. Okay. So I was thinking we could do another sweep because we have had animals respawning here. We make even more briar house pies, but at this point we're just gilding the lily. But we have 38 pies at 2,100 calories each. And we're only going to be in there, I say only, we're only going to be in there for 25 days. Don't you squeak at me. You're not going to make me feel bad about this. Okay. I know what I said. I said I wasn't going to go, but you know, it was right in our path. How could I pass that up? I'm only one streamer. My willpower only extends so far. Plus, if we take some time to process this bun, maybe the fog will lift. Maybe. Oh. Oh. But what if this is electro fog in the Zoc? Ooh. Hadn't thought of that. Well, let's work with this real quick. Eh. Okay, well, yeah, the pieces stink the same no matter how heavy they are, so we might as well go light. Yeah, you can tell we've been culling through the local prey population. Oh yes, and this is our moosehide cloak. This is how we're going to pass time once cabin fever kicks in. Because it takes 2 hours to disassemble. So we're going to be advancing time like an hour and a half at a time. And we will need to stay sharp because if I accidentally do harvest that, then we move on to the animal hide clothing we're actually wearing. I really don't want to lose those. But yeah, so for like 20 odd days, we're going to be doing that however many hundreds of times. So strap in. It's going to be a thrill-a-minute gameplay once we're actually in the mine. Ugh. But yeah, we've been gone from the Zoc long enough that the toxic wolves should have respawned. So, like, how are we getting to the mine? Well, we're going to be carrying enough stuff that we probably shouldn't be climbing. And if that's the case, that means we're going to have to clear a path to the basically to the big pit. Which is going to be unpleasant. So, ooh, more rosives. Yes, please. Because I have not I have not entirely given up on making pemmican just because we have enough for a life in the mines, but I do still have about 1,000 waiting in Coastal Highway, right by our meat curing box at Misanthrope. Okay. And for the record, I'm only wandering this way to entice local predators, if any be about. And yeah, maybe gather some more rose hips. Yeah, gather ye rose hips while ye may. Ooh, that is the other thing we can do while we're here. And basically follow the tracks all the way down and then just make absolutely sure I'm not hallucinating the presence of a rimfire grill in that little garage area. See, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. I just need nice flat ground in which to take the fight. So, come on now. Lovely. We had a rough tangle with the with that wolf that likes to park itself uh, right across the broken bridge in Broken Railroad on your way to the far territory. That one decided to run across the railroad track and just like made its pathing all kinds of wonky. So lesson learned, we're calling it. Okay, no one there. Or we are getting to the schmutz. And our poor deerskin boots are gonna take another pounding. But thankfully, we have several deer hides and guts waiting to do repairs. Oh, come on, come on. You can get over that, Astrid. There you go. I know you had it in you, girl. Ooh, sapling. Ooh, maple sapling. I want, but I should probably deal with these jerk faces. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It'll be there. Hey, QB, appreciate the follow. Okay. One at a time is exactly how we like it. Okay, that was not a great shot. That was an archery 5 kill. That's more like it. I mean, I don't like the broken arrow, but that shot was much more on target. And yeah, maple sapling. I've been hurting for these, so every time I find one, we're like, how far in are we? Yeah, 674. Jeez. So to be this far into the run and still find maple saplings that I haven't harvested, that makes me very happy. Because if not for them, our only source of maple saplings would be beachcombing. And that is, to put it mildly, unreliable. Hello? That's the second arrow I've just found sitting out in the world this stream. How about that? Hey, you need an arrow, take an arrow, have an arrow, leave an arrow, or something. Can't even find any when you play. Well, I mean, there's a limited number out there in the world. And it does seem like the amount of birch saplings out there far exceeds the maple saplings. But I think I would say QB, if you can, it's like make a mental note or an actual note, you know, IRL or in the game. Saplings do tend to have fixed spots where they spawn. So, like they're not like randomized. Like, they can be randomized in like whether they're there or not. Like you find the sapling like we did, or you find it looks like it's already been cut. But like the spots where they can spawn tend to be fairly static. So again, one of the many things like top tier players just commit to memory. What the fucking fuck? What the fuck was that? There's no toxic anything there. Why did it take the scenic route? That was bizarre. Anyway. Don't, come on, just get over here. We're gonna do this eventually. Yeah, it looked peculiar. All right. Usually the animals don't start turning weird until after an update. I don't know, man. But see, this is why I wanted to clear them out early. Okay, yep, it's coming back. Look, I get lost 610. Yeah, I'm gonna make a note of that. So that's about like 340. That might bear further. Oh, that's why you were being weird. That was the one we meleeed with the axe. Okay. Well, job done. Because, yeah, it behaved strangely, and yeah, it looked strange while doing it. And, like, I know, like, the wolves around here are toxic, but I don't think I don't know, maybe maybe all that toxic waste has started giving them shape-shifting powers. Let me check here real quick and just let me confirm I did in fact leave 2 tins of coffee here. Ooh. Cattails back there. Yes. Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, let me just hold on to those. Tomato soup. Tomato soup. Or the furs falling off of that could be as well, QB. That's also not out of the realm of possibility. There we are. Oh yeah, did I raid these turlets? I did not. How about that? Ooh, got some firewood in here. Got some leather and cloth. And birch bark. Need all of that. Don't need those so much. We're not going to do much exploring once we're down there. Yeah, we'll just take a beat here. So, just so we don't lose them in case of any future altercations. There we are. Now, I did say we were going to go all the way down to the end of the tracks, and we will. Ooh, rose hips. Can't believe I missed those. And I don't think we left anything of note here. And I doubt, yeah, tea does not rise to the level of note. Because if you wanted to be all efficient about it, this would be the best place to make our water. Because again, 6-burner stove. But we're also bearing in mind trying to stay outdoors as much as possible before living in a hole for a month. And yeah, the way I talk about this, you can tell how enthusiastic I am about the prospect. But hey, if Hinterland is going to make it an achievement, that means it can be done, and no, it can't be done. It should be done. Oh, right. Yeah, well, I'm gonna try to stay out of the schmutz, but it's I don't know how good we're gonna do about that. That's fine. Hey, inflated beef, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope your week's going well. We're just out here, cutting a swath through the local wildlife in this most contaminated of zones. Hope you're doing all right. Okay, no one coming up behind. That's a good sign. All right, there's one jerk closing in on us. See if I can get over here well away from the tracks. And there's his buddy. We'll get to that one shortly. Well, I did ask for this. All right. And there's even more. Okay, is one of you gonna do your job? Doesn't look like it. We're 0 for 3 so far. How about you? Folks, we gotta have a talk. You're wolves. You have one job. It should not be this difficult. There. God dang it. I mean, again, this is what I asked for. I signed up for this nonsense, but I didn't think goading wolves to come after Stink was going to be this challenging. Do I need to drop the coat? Is that what it's going to take? It's like, I mean, they say they're starving, and yet they don't appear very motivated to act on it. Thank you. That's 2. That's 3. I'm not I ain't gonna wait for you, bud. Sorry. And he was pawing at that tree for some reason. And we have this one, who's apparently the biggest coward of the bunch. Alrighty then. Goodness. But hey, better now than when we're loaded down with dozens of pies. Okay, so... Okay, well, let me check over here. Now, there are often a couple wolves waiting over there, you know, by the entrance to the head frame builder, or whatever the name is there. But I think, yeah, they were part of that quartet that we were dancing with earlier. Ooh, yes, please. Now, one of these, and it might be you. It is not you. Ooh, more firewood, though. Yes, please. Yeah, it is not this one. Oh, I haven't searched these. My goodness.
I'll take it.
I'll take it and then immediately drop it, but again, this is why we go back through. Ooh. Free food, free food, free food. Yes. Don't mind if I do. Oh, I didn't bring a pry bar. Is there what? I might have left one in the old yeah, in their big pile of loot in the head frame building. So just yeah, I guess if I'm feeling curious.
The sun is setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
Sheesh. No lack of flares here. Ooh, workbench, nice. Alright, so... tells me we haven't been here. Okay. Oh, peaches, yes. Is it? Okay. Guess we're not squeezing through there. Rude, frankly.
Never know. Could end up being useful.
Could end up being tasty. Okay, nothing behind there. Okay. And I'm going to drop all this firewood off when we get to what we're looking for. Replacement fuse? No. Painkillers? Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, but I think this, yeah, this is the spot I was thinking of. I am. Oh, oh, you can. Oh, you can safe house customize in here. Ooh, does that mean it's actually outdoors? Ooh, that could be dicey. Still good to grab that. Oh, right. Okay, but did I? I thought I remembered there being a rimfire grill or a rim grill or excuse me, a a fire barrel of some sort, but
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
I could be mistaken. Yep, definitely been here. Hmm. There was not one in there. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Okay. Well, I have a fire barrel. We can work with this. Is this what I was thinking of, though? I could have swore it was one of those rim grills, like one of the little squat ones that are close to the ground. I mean, the fire barrel works just as well. No complaints there. Wait, oh, have I not had this location before? Wow. Huh. Okay. Well, yeah, there's nowhere to start a fire in here. Right? Yep, that's just a barrel. And nowhere to start a fire in here. I guess unless you maybe can you start one on the ground? You cannot. Okay. Oh, good grief. Well, good thing we did all that killing. But yeah, if there's an aurora on the way, we need to get out of here quickish because it's gonna get nice and sparky. Yeah, okay, that is a negative on a fire barrel. Well, this is why we came here to check. I don't want to be lugging all my stuff here only to get a rude, a nasty surprise. But we do have a fire barrel, which I will take. So it's not at the end of the tracks, it's off the side of the end of the tracks. There we go. Now, with that done, I think this would be an excellent time to beat a hasty retreat. Because, to the best of our knowledge, we've taken out all the nearby wolves, but if we can duck any respawning shenanigans, that would be preferable. Oh yeah, I should stop by the idle camp and then just drop off all these flares, because they're not going to do much for us. I will grab feathers as we go. And I know I've gone on in the past about, wasting kills and showing respect to the animal, but one, there's an aurora about and we're stinky, and two, these are toxic wolves which have no meat on them, which lowers their value. At least in my eyes. I know that's a very judgmental thing for me to say, but well, I'm saying it. Just go. Just go. Not interested in dancing about. Like, if there was edible meat on them, I would be more persuaded. Because that, 4 wolves, wolves don't have that much meat on them. But, you have 3 kilos per 4 wolves. That's what, 12 kilos of meat? They'll keep it going for a few days, but these wolves, not. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll spend the night here. That's fine. So, up on the snow, should we drop the rabbit? Go and have ourselves a nice ruined dinner. Do I want to save those peaches for pies, though? I could. Certainly could. Maybe. Well, there's no rush now. We have a night worth of calories in us. Oh, we're still going. Wow. That is as a persistent aurora. All right. Well, yeah. Let's get to daybreak. What is that? Kazumine! Holy heck! Kazumine, hisashibari! Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in Kazumine and welcome in friends. Give you a proper welcome here.
あ、そうなんだ。あ、ドカンって壊して、あれだ、落ちた。うわ、びっくりしたー。びっくりしちゃって。めっちゃいかつい声やないか。めっちゃいかつい声すぎる、サダちゃん。
Oh, good to see you, Kazumine. But yeah, welcome in Kazumine and welcome in friends. How did your stream go? Thank you so much for coming by. Ah, you are playing The Long Dark. Well, welcome back to that. I know you were playing 7 Days to Die for a while, but are you coming back in time for episode 5? Oh, and folks, if you are not already, please do give Kazumine a follow. She's another really super cool survival game streamer. As I said, she's played a lot of 7 Days to Die, and she's very good at it. But also plays The Long Dark and some other games as well. And for anyone who came in with Kazumine, and you don't know me, hi, yokoso. I'm Trooper Barry. Call myself a variety streamer who also happens to play a lot of The Long Dark. We are currently, this is my extended run where we're trying to, well, look at all the achievements, right? We're surviving for 1,000 days, and we're just about to go for the one where you stay in the Langston mine for 25 days. Oh, hey, Rise, good to see you as well. Thanks for the introduction. You also been doing the TLD story from the beginning, so you did the raid. Well, thank you, Kazumine, and I hope you are enjoying the story. It is I'm really looking forward to episode 5 because it looks like there's going to be a lot. Oh, also, let me do this real quick because I know Rise is also a streamer and part of the community. Okay. All is good. Don't have any tin cans on me. I do have a tin can on me. Let's drop that. Okay, there we are. Are you gonna blizzard? You're gonna blizzard. That's rude. Alright, well, never mind. Okay, so Kazumine, if you do need to do any post-stream streamer care, hydrate, medicate, snackinate, please feel free. I have to raid and fade on a regular basis, so no hard feelings if you need to do the same. Well, so we're not traveling in this weather, so we're going to take this time just to patch up our clothing a little bit. I would like to repair my boots, but all my deer hides and such are back at Transfer Pass. Season episodes, yeah, so Yeah, episode 5 in only a couple days. Yeah. Well, March 31st in North America, it'll be well, yeah, like 1 a.m. for me, April 1st, probably what 2 a.m. for you folks. But yeah, I am very much looking forward to it because there's a lot of story questions I really want to see answered. I want to know how I want to see how they're going to square this circle. There we go. That'll help. Mm, nah, I don't want to eat my peaches. I want to save my peaches. So we've been we've been preparing to stay in the mine. So I've made well, dozens of pies and hundreds of pemmican bars. So we'll have lots of calories, but I worry how we're going to stay awake for 25 days. So I'm gonna need to do a little more research and probably make a whole lot of coffee and tea. Day 6. Oh, thank you, Kazumi. Yeah, yeah. We've checked off all but 4 achievements. There's the one for misery, which we cannot do in this file. There's the one where you have to survive 25 cougar attacks. I do not want to do that anytime soon. There's survive 1,000 days, which we're working on. And then the other one I have left is spend 25 consecutive days in Langston Mine. So that's our next goal. Hey, there we go. Okay, so grab that. And that. Ooh, more rose hips. Yay. Because we're this far into the game, whenever I find rose hips I have not harvested, I get a little thrill. Because that means there's more pemmican bars I can make. I know that, yeah, there are rose hip pies, and yeah, there are rose hip teas, but come on. The pemmican bar is probably the closest thing the Long Dark has to a superfood. It's lightweight, calorie dense, it does not stink, it gives good buffs, it even gives a little vitamin C. That was a peculiar sound. It sounded like someone was trying to start an engine, and it just refused to turn over. But then maybe I don't spend very much time in this zone, so maybe that's a normal sound. Who knows? Anyway, so we're going to head back to Transfer Pass. and give Astrid some breakfast because she has not had that yet today, even if it is past noon. And then I might put myself to bed because it's 1:30 in the morning, and unfortunately I have a busy Saturday because I gotta work Sunday, so all all my adulting needs to happen tomorrow. I gotta go to the bank, I gotta go to the doctor, I gotta go get groceries, etc. and so forth. You know, all those fun things. So I need to make sure I wake up at a reasonable hour. But I don't want to leave everyone hanging, and I do appreciate both Naifo and Kazumine for the raids. So we'll keep going for just a little while longer. Plus, this will give us one more chance to kind of sweep the area and make sure we have found all the potential predators between the mine and the entrance to the zone. All right. Man, the audio is getting a little weird. Like it's cutting in and out, and I'm hearing sounds I don't know that I've ever heard in TLD. Yeah, this might be a good time to wrap up. just to be safe. Just to make sure nothing else strange happens. We had one toxic wolf that looked like it shapeshifted while it was charging us. That was entertaining. Yeah, I'll have to go back and clip that because that was odd. Man. Okay, so as far as our preparation, the last thing we need to do other than haul all our stuff from Transfer Pass is make 50 liters of water and turn a good amount of that into tea and coffee. That will take a while. But the good news is we found an outdoor spot we can do that. So, and it has a fire barrel. So we can make all that outdoors and thus not rack up more indoor time before the cabin fever clock starts. Because it is going to hit eventually, but if we can delay it for even just a few days, you're going to be just fine, girl. If we can delay cabin fever for even a few days, that'll be a big help. That'll be just that much longer we can sleep indoors. And I don't have to use our buff providing food. Yeah, it's even later for you than it is for me. Getting ready for bed? All right. Yes, sir. Have a good sleep, Kazumin. Thank you again for the raid. And have a great time with the rest of story mode. Yeah, no, I was I was talking about keeping myself up late with Andrea, but yeah, Kazumin stays up even later than I do. Like Japan is 2. Yeah, Korea is 1 hour ahead of us, and Japan is another. I'm pretty sure. So it's well late over there. Yeah. This is our collection of pie. I'm pretty proud of actually. There we go. It do be like yeah. The watching North American streamers from an Eastern Hemisphere location is not always maximum optimal timing. Oh, peaches, right. Move that there. And we'll drop that. There we go. Well, they're I left them out of doors because they food loses condition slower when it's just sitting outside, not in a container and not on your person. Okay. Let me drop this maple sapling somewhere I can see it. There we go. Hey, welcome back, Andrea. What we got? Oh yeah, don't need those. Or those. Or those. We'll keep those for repairs. Alright. It is late. But there is some daylight left and we're not exactly tired. Okay. I'm gonna do my due diligence. I am gonna do one quick sweep through the neighborhood. See if we can catch any remaining bun-buns or bok-boks. There is going to be a rabbit over by the exit to Sundered Pass, but that's a long way to go, and I don't feel like doing that. At least not yet. Oh, no, that's just a weird texture. All right, never mind. Yeah, who was it? Was it Martian or Pickle Lil who was talking about maybe making acorn coffee? That's not the worst idea. Oh, hello. Speaking of. Oh, hey, welcome back, Martian. You fell asleep. We're okay. Well, we just. Oh, it was you. Okay, yeah. That's just I don't hate that idea. It's just I would need to track down a bunch of acorns. I also need to track down a heavy hammer, which I don't think we have one in a convenient location. But okay, Brady B, I hate to break it to you. Did you see all those Briar House like those big pies out in front of the depot? Each and every one of those has a half a kilogram of bunny in it. Wait, really? I was gonna say I didn't think electrofog could happen here. Okay, things are getting things are going from amusingly wacky to I'm worried the game might break wacky. Let's get Astrid back to shelter and call it a day. I don't like that. Okay, Marsh, that's very noble of you, but I I know what channels Ready B hangs out in. The trauma bus has long since left the station. Although, hang on, let me push that button real quick. You know what I'm talking about. You know what Damp Dad gets up to. Don't, don't you act aghast in my chat. Okay, now... There we go. You kidnap your cat and brought him to bed for cuddles. He's stopped sleeping on your bed. Oh, he's purring and dribbling, so he might have remembered you have a bed. Well, better to dribble on your bed than his, apparently. Oh, right, yeah, we need to process le bonbon. Okay, we got those down. Our pile of rabbit hides. Let's see, those deer hides are cured. How are our boots? 71. That's fixing territory. There we are. Yeah, going through all the toxic schmutz did a number on them. Oh, right. I gotta. There we are. He's not clever, then there's a non-zero chance he forgot. Okay, well, that's a pleasant surprise for the cat then. Yeah, just have the peaches. It's fine. We we have more than enough in the way of foodstuffs. Okay, yeah, sun's not quite all the way down, but honestly, that's enough. I don't want any more surprise electro fog. And we woke up at midnight. Well, that's awkward. Wait, let's at least get to dawn. How about that? We'll play some solitaire in the dark. Nip, nip, nip. There we go. Mm, you know what? Close enough. Let's see. We have survived 676 days. Yay! Palindrome. And yeah, so we spent almost as many days in the transfer pass as we have in the Sundered Pass, so that's progress, I suppose. Let's see. 882 wolf kills, close to a palindrome there. 38 bear, 11 moose, 18 deer, 48 bun buns, and 28 ptarmigans. Yeah, we are very much on track to reach 1,000 wolf kills well before 1,000 days. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. But we're gonna leave it there because as I say, it's late. It's almost 2 a.m. here. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you to Kazumin and Naifo for the raids. Thank you to QB for the follow. And also thank you to Concerned Martian for the watch streak. I might have missed that earlier. And thanks to folks for hanging out. Andrea, Martian, Brady B, Kazumin, Rise, Inflated Beef, Naifo, and Bumblebee. And Zert and Ragnarocker as well. Appreciate every one of you. And YouTube friends, thank you as well. We will see you folks next time, and bye for now.